Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm glad you're here. I'm about to make a video that I'm really excited to make based on some news that happened a couple of weeks ago that I'm very happy about. And it's not often recently that I've heard news that makes me really happy, but this news absolutely does make me happy. And let's get into it right now. So one of the biggest, if not the biggest changes to day trading regulation since I started trading full time is about to happen on June 4th. Today I'll be breaking down one of the biggest regulatory changes in retail trading in over 2 decades and what that's going to mean for you and your account, especially if you don't have over $25,000 in your account. So what's happened is the SEC just eliminated the pattern day trader rule. And I'm going to cover exactly what it was, why it existed, what's replacing it, and most importantly, what it actually means to you if you're trading a small account. So first of all, the pattern day trader rule, PDT for short, it was a FINRA regulation that had been in place since 2001. And here's how it worked. If you had a margin account and you made 4 or more day trades within a 5 business day window, then you got flagged as a, quote, pattern day trader. That's PDT. So the moment that flag hit your account, you were required to maintain a minimum of $25,000 in equity at all times. What happened if you fell below that $25,000 threshold? Your broker locked you out of day trading until you got back above it. Now, here's where it got brutal for small account traders. Let's say you've got $5,000 in your account. You're learning, you're working your strategy. Under the PDT rule, you were limited to 3 day trades per rolling 5-day period. That's it, just 3. And this affected a lot of people, not just beginning newer traders. It affected me personally because even though I could have kept $25,000 in the account, I never wanted to keep $25,000 in the account because I wanted to take, my money and put it to use elsewhere. And for my own trading style, the best fit for me was to keep about $10,000 in the account and work all of my day trades with that approximate $10,000 cap each day. So that would mean that I would not want to put in more than $10,000 on any given day in a day trading situation. And so I would still have been flagged under that PDT rule had I not had an all cash account. So if you've seen any of my videos or read any of my books, I tell everybody just get an all cash account. And that's the way that you don't get flagged by the PDT rule if you have multiple trades going every day. But at the same time, that means that you can't take advantage of margin, meaning you can't use leverage if you're doing an all cash account under the $25,000 PDT rule. So again, back to what this might have meant for you in the past, or still right now, because this doesn't go into effect until June 4th. But let's say you're watching a setup develop in real time, and you should be out of the position by the end of the day, but you've already used your 3 trades. You've got 2 choices. Either hold overnight and take on additional risk that you never intended to take, or close the position and burn your last trade. That's a trap. And that's the reality for every trader who couldn't get to $25,000 or who didn't feel like keeping $25,000 in the account at all times. So next, why did this rule exist? To be fair, the rule wasn't created out of nowhere for no particular reason. It came directly as a response to the dot-com crash of 2000 and 2001. Back at that time, retail traders were getting absolutely obliterated using heavy leverage on intraday positions. FINRA stepped in and said, you need a capital cushion before you can play this game at this level. And the logic made sense for its time, but two things changed over the next 24 years. Trading technology got dramatically better and commissions went to zero in some places. The $25,000 number was never updated. It was a blunt instrument that stopped being an effective risk control a long time ago. FINRA eventually acknowledged this. In September 2025, their board approved a proposal to scrap the whole framework. The SEC officially signed off on April 14th, 2026, and the effective date is set for June 4th of 2026. So what's changing? Here's what's actually happening on June 4th. The $25,000 minimum equity requirement, it's gone. The PDT designation itself is gone. The 3 trade per 5-day limit for small accounts, gone. The 90-day account freezes, gone. All of it eliminated. The new minimum to hold a margin account is $2,000. Just $2,000. That's it. That's the standard Regulation T requirement that existed before PDT was ever layered on top of it. And that's amazing news for basically every retail trader in the world. Now, here's the important nuance, and I want to make sure you understand this correctly. The $2,000 minimum doesn't come with a guaranteed buying power multiplier. Under the current rules, if you're above $25,000 in the account, you get 4-to-1 intraday leverage on stocks. Clean, simple, fixed number. The new framework replaces that flat multiplier with a risk-based intraday margin. So every broker will now calculate your buying power dynamically in real time based on what you're holding, how volatile it is, and the maintenance margin requirements of those specific positions. So a $2,000 account's actual buying power will depend on your broker, what you're trading, and when you're trading it. For high volatility instruments, including very near-term expiry options, like 0 DTE and 1 or 2 DTE options, brokers are expected to apply tighter real-time margin checks. So although the rule is gone, the risk isn't. And I'll get back to that in just a minute. So next, how are brokers going to implement this? So here's one more thing to understand before you go log on to your account on June 4th and think that everything is just instantly going to be implemented. Brokers have until October 20th, 2027 to fully implement the new framework. That's an 18-month window. That's a huge window. Some brokers are ready to go on day one. Webull has publicly committed to immediate implementation. Tasty Trade has also said they're aiming for day one as well. Charles Schwab, which runs Thinkorswim, was one of the loudest voices calling for this rule change during the public comment period. They called the existing rules anachronistic. They have the technology, they have the infrastructure, and they're expected to move early. Though as of right now, they haven't publicly committed to a day one implementation. I'm assuming it's going to be very, very soon, if not on day one, but we'll see. Fidelity, no public announcement as of right now. So bottom line, don't assume your broker has flipped the switch until they tell you they have. If you're worried about this, contact your broker directly or watch for their official communications within the coming weeks. So what does this actually mean for you if you're a small account trader? If you've been sitting at 3,000, 5,000, 8,000, something like that, and maybe you've been trading on the sidelines, limiting yourself to 3-day trades a week just to stay compliant, if you don't already have a cash account, then that ceiling just got lifted. As of June 4th, you can execute your strategy however you want, not the way the regulatory calendar forced you to. But let me be honest with you, because this is where people are about to make some major mistakes. The PDT rule being gone does not mean the market is about to get a lot easier. Most traders fail not because they couldn't make enough trades. They fail because they make too many trades without a system, or they overtrade, or they revenge trade, or they get excited and throw huge size at setups that don't check all the boxes they should. The PDT rule, as frustrating as it is, has one accidental benefit. It forces small account traders to be selective. 3 trades a week means you have to pick your spots very carefully. That discipline doesn't come built into the new rule. You have to build it yourself. So before June 4th hits and you suddenly have unlimited day trades, make sure you have a defined strategy with specific entry and exit criteria. Make sure you have a position sizing framework tied to your actual account size. A rule about how many trades you'll take per day. Not because the regulator says so, but because you do. Make sure you have a hard stop on daily losses that gets you out of the chair when you've hit your stop point. The traders who will win in this new environment will be the ones who replace the old external limit with a stronger internal one. If you don't already have a solid structural trading foundation, I do have a few courses that can absolutely help you learn what to do and what not to do. Those are all available on my website, lonewolftradingclub.com. So go there and get a couple courses and learn how to do this professionally. And you can also go to Amazon and get either one of my 2 books about day trading. My first, Secrets of the Lone Wolf Trader, and my second, Mastering the Mental Game. So if you'd rather read about it than watch a video course, go to Amazon and pick up my books. So to wrap this up, the PDT rule change is real. It's coming on June 4th, and it's the biggest shift in retail day trading regulation to happen since 2001. So for the right trader, one with a real strategy and the discipline to execute it, this is a genuine game-changing unlock. It's huge. Smaller accounts now get to participate fully in intraday markets without an arbitrary capital threshold holding them back. But for the wrong trader, someone who sees this as a green light to go buck wild with absolutely no structure, this is about to be expensive for them, and you'll learn some lessons the hard way, which you don't want to do this. You want to figure out what you should and shouldn't do before this change happens and before you're just given the keys to the kingdom and given absolute free reign of everything. So as I said at the very beginning of this video, I'm extremely excited about this. I think it's going to be great for smaller account retail traders, and I'm excited to see how this shakes out. So that's it for today. Until next time, take care everybody, have some good trades, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.